Jonah and the whale. Have you ever gone fishing? Do you ever see a really big fish when you're fishing? I mean, a really big one. Do you think there is a fish out there that's big enough to swallow you whole? Well, there was just such a fish a long time ago, and some people think it might have been a whale. God told Jonah to go to the city called Nineveh, but Jonah was afraid to go, so he ran away. He went far away on a ship. If God told you to do something, would you run away? You can't put anything over on God. He knows everything. He even knows how many hairs are on your head. Do you? God knew Jonah was on the ship, so do you know what God did? He sent a great big storm. And the sailors were very afraid, and they blamed Jonah for the storm. So do you know what they did? They threw Jonah into the ocean, where a great big fish swallowed him. God told the fish what to do. The fish listened to God, and even if Jonah wouldn't. The fish took Jonah back to dry land, and do you know what happened then? The fish threw up, and out came Jonah. Then Jonah went where God wanted him to. God told Jonah what he wanted him to do. He told him to go to a city named Nineveh. But Jonah did not want to go. He thought he could run away from God. But Jonah was wrong. Sometimes we have to do things even if we don't want to. You should obey your dad and mom. You should obey your teacher. But most of all, you should obey God. God knows what is best for you and for me. He would never tell us to do something bad. We should always do what God wants us to do. Remember, when we do something wrong, there is always a punishment. You may not get swallowed up by a great big fish and thrown up and smelling really bad, but there will be something. And when we do something bad, that is called a sin. And if we ask God to forgive us, our bad things will be gone. He will forgive us of those things. If you have done something bad this week, why don't you close your eyes right now and ask God to forgive you? You don't need to be afraid to talk to God because He's your Father in heaven. He is our Dad.